Today I'm going to talk about something amazing, something exciting, something that will transform your life. But before that, I want to ask you all a question, a very simple question. What do you do when you have achieved something? Do you sit on your laurels or do you strive for something better? Do you rely on your past achievements or do you work harder to advance more? Friends, I agree that Mastech Foundation is doing a very good job, but I am here to talk about the journey from good to great. I am here to talk about creating a culture of community service in Mastech. But before that, let me just share a personal experience with you all. 2 years ago, I was just another software developer in Mastech. I was happy with my life, but something was missing. Then, one night, I had a strange dream. I was sleeping, and I heard a voice. Wake up, Sangam, wake up. I instantly woke up. And what I saw God standing in front of me. I was surprised, I was elated. I was extremely happy to see God standing in front of me. I touched his feet, I sought his blessings, and then I asked him a question. I asked him, God, I want to get eternal happiness. Please show me the path to eternal happiness. God said, Sangam, to have eternal happiness, you need to find me and you need to serve me on a regular basis. I said, it sounds so simple, but I have tried finding you out and I have not been able to find you out. So where are you? Where can I find you, God? Then God told me, Sangam, I am inside that hungry child who has not eaten for weeks. I am inside that blind old man who cannot see the beautiful world that I have created. I am inside that old lady, that paraplegic old lady who cannot walk. I am inside all the needy. Find the needy and you will find me. Serve the needy and you will serve me. So that was the message that I got from God, and immediately God disappeared. And this message made a very deep impact on my mind. And I thought maybe, well, I should start doing something. Now some of you must be thinking, okay, I already know why should I do community service and all. I have heard a lot about, I know all the benefits and all, but what is this guy Sangam telling me new? So the thing is that we all do community service. Some of us do community service, not all of us. And we don't do it passionately. We are confused, we are like, we don't know where to start. So I am here to talk about a process, a very simple process that I have personally developed based on my experience of working for an NGO called Akanksha over the past 2 years. That process is known as the ISIS process. Now, let's see how you can use the ISIS process to work for the community. The first step in the ISIS process is to identify a cause. Identify something that motivates you. Identify something that inspires you. And you can choose from a lot of causes such as education, healthcare, service to senior citizens, differently abled children. There are a whole lot of causes. Identify something that inspires you. I chose education for underprivileged children as my cause because I felt connected to this cause. I personally have very little faith in the education system of our country. I believe that the education system in our country is promoting rote learning instead of innovation and thinking. So I chose education for underprivileged children as my cause. Now every Saturday, my mind is divided into two parts. One part I call the angel mind, and the another part I call the devil mind. Now every Saturday, my devil mind says to me something like this. Just chill, dude. Go out and watch that movie that has hit the multiplexes this Friday. Go out and hang out with your friends, man. Just chill. Go out and eat at that new restaurant. Why are you so bothered about community service? Just have fun. Already so many people are doing the community service, and you have already enrolled yourself in the payroll giving program at the Mastech. So isn't that good enough? Why are you trying to go for the community service? Just go out and have fun. Whereas my angel mind says to me, Sangam, go out and work for the community. Go out and work for the cause that you have chosen. Go out and make difference in the lives of those 10 underprivileged children who are not as fortunate as you are. On the last day of your life, Sangam, nobody will remember how many movies have you seen. Nobody will ask you how many times have you eaten pizza or how many coffees have you drank. But people will remember the work you have done for the community. So I choose to listen to my angel mind every Saturday because I have identified my cause. So choose a cause, identify a cause that will help you listen to your angel mind more. Next, let us see what's the next step in the ISIS process. C stands for committing yourself to the cause. Every year, when we put up an announcement on Mastech.net calling volunteers, some 20 people contact me for this mentor program, asking more information for this mentor program. Out of those 20, 15 people give me confirmation. Yes, Sangam will attend the first session. Out of those 15, 10 actually come for the first session. And out of those 10, 5 actually come for the second session. And I don't want to go beyond that. So can somebody tell me what is wrong? What is going wrong with these 15 individuals who are very enthusiastic, motivated, ready to make a difference in the lives of people? What happened to these people? I'll tell you what happened. They have not identified their cause. They have directly jumped to the second step of the process. They have identified my cause as their cause. And hence they are not motivated enough to work for their cause. So this is what is the importance of the first step, which is the base of the pyramid, that you first need to identify a cause before committing yourself to the cause. Now, committing yourself to the cause means that you need to devote certain amount of time on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, on a bi-monthly basis. You are the best person to decide. Just decide whatever amount of time you want to devote to your cause. I decided to devote 3 hours every week for this mentor program. 3 hours out of 168 hours in a week. And if I, for example, do this community service, this mentor program for 9 months in a year, and I take 4 sessions in every month, then if my maths is correct, then I should be devoting 9 into 4 into 3, that means 108 hours. Let's round it up to 100. 100 hours in a year. And if I have been doing this for the last 2 years, so 200 hours. And I have some of my friends who are also doing it. For example, if 5 friends are participating in this mentor program, that means 1,000 hours. Imagine the difference you can create in those 1,000 hours. Every Friday, we all fill our timesheets. And apart from filling my regular timesheet, I also fill what I call a community service timesheet, wherein I log my time against the work that I have done for the community. And till now, I have been able to log 200 hours in that community service timesheet. I know people in Mastech who have logged more than 400 or 500 hours in those community service timesheets. So this step is all about committing yourself to the cause. Let's see what the next step is. Next step is about experiencing the benefits. Now, when you commit yourself to the cause for a long period of time, after which you are able to see the impact of your work, you will experience certain benefits. These are some of the benefits that I experienced, some of the tangible benefits such as recognition at an organizational level. Then I improved my communication skills, made a lot of friends. But most importantly, I had the satisfaction of serving to the society, of creating a difference in the lives of others. And that was That was the biggest benefit that I experienced. Previously, I used to complain a lot. I used to complain about everything under the sun. But after working for the community, after devoting my time to this mentor program, I started thanking God for everything. I started thanking God for not making me one of them. So you will experience certain benefits. Now, after these 3 steps in the ISIS process, these all steps are at an individual level. You have this ICE part of the ISIS process is at an individual level. If you want to transform an organization, you need to follow the 4th step in the ISIS process, and that step is spreading the message. Spreading the message means that you need to let other people know about the work that you are doing for the community. You can use forums such as Yammer, or you can write an article in the quarterly magazine, or you can even speak about it at Tech Talk, your choice. So you need to spread the message, and after spreading the message, I'm sure you will definitely inspire some of the individuals to work for the community. An ex-Mastic here, Sandeep Somani, he told me about this mentor program and the work he was doing for the community. And I was inspired. I was inspired to join this cause. I felt connected to this cause. Another Mastic here, Subhashini Shri Kumar, she told me about the work she was doing for an NGO called Prerna. And again I got inspired. I felt connected to this cause. So, spreading the message will inspire other individuals. Now you must be thinking, okay, the ISIS process is all fine, but where do I see the culture of community service? Well, when assuming 30 individuals start following the ISIS process, we will have something like this. We will have an ecosystem, creation of community service groups in our organization. For example, we will have these bunch of individuals who are enthusiastic about education for underprivileged children. These are the bunch of individuals who are enthusiastic about the healthcare. And we'll have many such groups. And these individual causes will grow and become organizational causes. So focusing on certain causes will definitely create a larger impact rather than working on an ad hoc basis. And there are some of the organizations, for example, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, some of the foundations that are focusing on certain causes. Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is focusing on healthcare for the underprivileged people in developing countries. So we can also find our causes. Our individual causes will become our organizational causes. So I think you must have got some relevant points, some starting points from my presentation. And I invite you all to explore the ISIS process and work towards making our country a better place, working for the community, and making a difference in the lives of other individuals. In the end, I would like to quote Bruce Lee, who said, "I'm not afraid of the person who knows 10,000 kicks, but I am afraid of the person who has practiced a single kick 10,000 times." So the idea is not to work for 10,000 causes, but to work for a single cause 10,000 times. Thank you.